guys, welcome to today's Big Brother 17 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Swag21, aka Dayon. Dayon, thank you so much for the awesome email. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos, and he wants to know if there was an all-winners season of Big Brother, who do I think would win? You know, I told myself before we filmed this that I was gonna think about it, and then I forgot to. So now I feel like I'm on the spot. Of course, I mean, it's widely recognized that the best players of all time are Dr. Will, Dan, you've got I think Derek from last season is pretty high up there. I think a lot of people really respect his game, but I feel like they would not be able to win an all-winners season. I think they would be really early targets, and I feel like maybe some of the weaker winners would come out of the woodwork and just swoop in there. But also you got Rachel Riley's a winner, so I don't know. It's really tough to say because also all of their tricks have been exposed, so it's not like they're going through this the first time. But I want to know in the comments who you guys think would win. I'm sorry if that answer was a cop-out. I don't know. It's really hard to figure out. Alright, so last night was eviction eve. Steve was just talking up a storm to himself, planning more for next week, and he's going through all the scenarios again, if I'm up on the block against this person, blah 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 blah. Well, he feels like he's pretty safe on the block against anyone except for Vanessa. We talked about this a little bit the other day. He's still really worried about that Austin and Vanessa bond, but the reason that I'm bringing this up again is because now he's saying that he trusts Vanessa again. So he's aware of that Austin-Vanessa connection, but now he's thinking, oh, I'm her only final two deal. She doesn't have final two deals with Austin or Johnny Mac. Yes, she does. Wake up, Steve. But for some reason, he's like, no, Vanessa and I are a real final two. It's fine, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so then the twins had a little strategy session. Now we know that Julia is going home this week, but she's trying to set Liz up for the future. So she's like, obviously, stick with Austin. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. Why would she get rid of him when he definitely would take her to the final two? But she's saying, if Austin doesn't make it to the final three, you should take Vanessa to the end. Which sounds crazy, because it kind of is, but they really want a girl to win this season no matter what. But I'm thinking, yeah, girl power and all, but, don't you want to give yourself a chance to win? I feel like if Vanessa makes it to the finals, unless this is the most bitter jury ever, there's no way she doesn't win. She would definitely win. So they need to look out for that. But they are also coming up with this plan. Julia really wants to spill the beans about Vanessa to Johnny Mac. So as much as they want a girl to win this season, they want to take Vanessa down. So she wants to tell Johnny Mac that, look, Vanessa's got deals with everyone. She's got final two with me. She's got a final two with you. She's probably got something going on with Austin and Liz. She wouldn't know that. So Julia wants to spill the beans, but she's not really sure exactly when she's going to do this. She's not sure if it's going to be good for Austin and Liz staying in the house, because what if Johnny Mac just goes and tells Vanessa? Vanessa's gonna be pissed. So then, this is just a little side thing. This is not game related at all, but Johnny Mac was sharing some horror dentist stories with Steve last night. I mean, there were some really scary ones, it was really disturbing. But there was this one where this guy's tongue split like a serpent, and it was crazy, and he had cancer or something, and Johnny Mac had to tell him, and Steve was like, wow, I can never go into the medical field for that reason. You have to break all this bad news to people. And then Johnny Mac pulls out the line of the season, or one of the lines of the season. Once you're dead inside, you can tell people whatever you want. Oh, Johnny Mac, oh my gosh. It was just crazy. I don't know, it was crazy. Johnny Mac for winning Big Brother 17, Johnny Mac for president, and Johnny Mac for whatever is above that. Seriously. Okay. Dentist of the year. So Steve then pulls Liz aside. He's got to ask her for a favor in the cabana room. I'm not crying, I swear. It's my eyes tearing because of this fan. So he pulls her into the cabana room, and he's like, I got to ask you something, Liz. If you are the HOH next week, will you break a tie in my favor. So again, this is Steve being nervous about ending up on the block against Vanessa. He knows that there's a good chance he's going to be up there, especially if Austin or Liz win the HOH, but he wants to make sure that he's going to be safe if he's up there against Vanessa. So Liz isn't going to say no. So she's like, yeah, of course, but I'm not going to swear on my family. Because that was a big issue last week when Steve pulled that out Thursday morning. So Steve is like, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I was like delusional that morning. I didn't have much sleep. I'm really sorry I did that. So Liz was like, it's okay. All right, so do I think Liz is going to honor that deal? Absolutely not. So last night, not really any last minute scrambling for votes because they all like settled on the fact that Julia will be the one leaving. They're gonna honor the twins' decision. So instead of campaigning, we had some chess, some potball, some chess, some tickling, some chess. And some scary stories. Yay. And then we had a mildly interesting conversation between Steve and Austin. So Steve wanted to make sure that Austin knows like why he had to put him up on the block this week against Liz. Because like if Austin wasn't on the block and he won that POV, he could have just saved Liz and then Steve would be like, what do I do now? So Austin's like, I totally get it. It's fine. So then Austin's like, us guys need to stick together. Especially if Johnny Mac wins the HOH. Of course Austin wants that. But what is Austin gonna do if he wins the HOH? Do you think he's gonna, keep the guys in mind? Because I don't. But he's trying to set himself up just in case Johnny Mac wins that HOH. And of course Steve cannot compete this week. So then Austin brings up how he's still like kind of weirded out by Vanessa's actions during the POV competition, how she told Julia to face off against him and then how she went after him in the POV. So he's like, what's the deal with that? Like, is Vanessa coming after me or what? So this is exactly what Steve wants. He wants there to be doubt between Austin and Vanessa so that just in case he's in that awful scenario for him of being up on the block against Vanessa, that Austin will want to keep him. So he's trying to set himself up for that. This morning, they were all getting ready for the show tonight. Not too much going on. I think Johnny Mac was getting a haircut from Vanessa. And Vanessa also asked Julia to tell the jury that she's a good person. So Julia was like, yeah, tell them, of course, you're great. Alright, so a little interesting tidbit. Big Brother locked the have-not room officially. I wonder if they're going to do anything like last season with that rewind button, or if it's just going to be locked and that's it. It should be interesting to see if they do anything. But tonight is the live eviction. Julia's going to be going home. And then HOH. Who's the new HOH going to be? Let me know who you want it to be in the comments. And one last thing. Is Julia going to talk to Johnny Mac about Vanessa or what? I haven't seen her do it yet. But yeah, I mean, she's running out of time, so we'll see. I don't know. And until tomorrow, much love.
Edit.